Hi, I'm Lilani. At 28, I thought I had everything figured out. Great job as a marketing executive, my own apartment in Seattle, and a close relationship with my dad. That was until 3 weeks ago when everything fell apart. I can't believe he's really gone, I whispered, staring at the family photos on my desk. My phone buzzed, another message from Maya. Girl, I'm picking you up in 10. You shouldn't be alone right now. I smiled weakly. Maya had been my rock since college, and especially now. 20 minutes later, we sat at our favorite coffee shop. Your stepmom's been acting weird since the funeral, Maya noted, stirring her latte. Like, who changes the locks that fast? Patricia claims it's for security, I replied. But she won't even let me get Dad's personal stuff. Says everything belongs to her now. My brother Kevin rushed in, looking stressed. Sorry I'm late. You won't believe what I just heard. What now? Patricia went to the bank this morning. She's trying to transfer all of Dad's accounts to her name. Claims he left everything to her in his will. I nearly choked on my coffee. What will? Dad always told us he had everything split between us. That's what I thought too. Kevin ran his hands through his hair. But Patricia showed up with some document. My phone rang. Dad's lawyer, Mr. Thompson. Lilani, we need to meet. Something's not adding up with your father's estate. An hour later, we sat in his office, the Seattle rain pounding against the windows. Your father updated his will last year, Mr. Thompson explained, frowning at his computer. But this new document Patricia brought in, the signatures don't match our records. I knew it! Kevin slammed his hand on the desk. Dad would never cut us out. Easy there. Mr. Thompson raised his hand. We need to handle this carefully. Patricia has already filed the will with the court. But there has to be something we can do. I leaned forward. Dad told me last month he was leaving his construction company shares to Kevin and the house to me. He did mention setting up trust funds for both of you. Mr. Thompson nodded. That's why this new will seems suspicious. My phone buzzed again. Maya sending links about contested wills and estate fraud. Look, Mr. Thompson closed his laptop. I knew your father for 20 years. This doesn't feel right. Give me a few days to dig deeper. Walking out, Kevin grabbed my arm. Remember Dad's home office? The one Patricia claims is too painful to clean out? Yeah? Bet you anything that's where we'll find answers. We just need to figure out how to get in there before she clears everything out. I nodded, my mind already forming a plan. If Patricia thought she could steal our inheritance with some fake will, she had no idea who she was dealing with. Dad raised us to fight for what's right, and that's exactly what we were going to do. 3 days later, Kevin and I put our plan into action. While Patricia was at her weekly spa appointment, we used Dad's old spare key that he'd given to Aunt Sarah for emergencies. We've got 2 hours, Max, Kevin whispered as we entered Dad's office. Look at this place. The room was a mess, drawers left open, papers everywhere. She's already started searching. Check the hidden panel behind his desk, Kevin suggested. Remember how Dad always kept important stuff there? My fingers found the familiar groove, and the panel popped open. Inside was a manila envelope labeled Family Trust, 2023. Jackpot! I pulled out my phone to document everything. My colleague James had texted earlier offering help. Got the documents you asked for? James messaged. Property records show your dad still owned everything jointly with you kids until last month. Then something changed. Found it! Kevin held up a USB drive. Dad's digital records. Suddenly we heard a car door slam. She's back early! I shoved everything into my bag. We barely made it out through the back door when Patricia walked in the front. That evening, I met Aunt Sarah at her house. Your father never trusted Patricia. Aunt Sarah stirred her tea. He caught her snooping in his office multiple times. Why didn't he say anything? He was gathering proof. Remember her first husband? Mysteriously changed his will too, left her everything. His kids got nothing. My phone buzzed. Miss Rodriguez, the estate attorney Mr. Thompson recommended. Found some interesting patterns, she explained during our meeting the next morning. Patricia has been involved in 3 similar cases, always targeting wealthy men with children. We found Dad's real estate documents, I pulled out the files. Everything was in a family trust. This is exactly what we need. Miss Rodriguez examined the papers. These trust documents are ironclad. She can't touch them. But what about the new will she filed? Look at the notary stamp, she pointed to the corner. It's registered to her cousin's office in Oregon. Huge red flag. My phone lit up with a text from James. Found something wild in the county records. Patricia tried to transfer property 2 days before your dad passed. Can we prove she knew about Dad's condition? Kevin asked. His medical records, Aunt Sarah chimed in. I was his emergency contact at the hospital. He was diagnosed 3 months ago, but Patricia told everyone it was sudden. The nurse mentioned something weird, Kevin added. Said Patricia asked about his life insurance policy before they even confirmed his condition. Miss Rodriguez started typing rapidly. This is good. Really good. We can prove premeditation. What's our next move? I gripped my coffee cup tightly. File an emergency injunction. Miss Rodriguez looked up. Stop her from touching any more assets. Then we present everything to the probate judge. Think it's enough? Oh, honey, she smiled. It's more than enough. Patricia has no idea what's coming. The emergency hearing was set for Monday, but Saturday morning brought an unexpected breakthrough. Dad's old attorney, Mr. Peters, called with news that changed everything. Found something in our archived files that you need to see immediately. Can you come to the office? An hour later, I stared at a document dated just 6 weeks before Dad died. Your father came to me worried, Mr. Peters explained. Said Patricia was pressuring him to change his will. He made a video statement that day. The laptop screen flickered to life, showing Dad looking tired but determined. If anything happens to me, there's something you need to know. Patricia isn't who she claims to be. I've discovered she's done this before. Multiple times. Michael, Dad's business partner of 15 years, burst into the office. Sorry I'm late. Got held up dealing with something interesting. Patricia just tried to access the company's financial records. She what? Oh, it gets better. Remember that charity foundation she claimed to run? Complete scam. Used it to meet wealthy widowers and divorcees. My phone rang. Maya calling with more dirt. Girl, you won't believe what I found. Patricia isn't even her real name. It's Patricia Watson Hughes Blackwood. She's changed it twice. 3 previous marriages. Mr. Peters pulled up more documents. All ended with contested wills. She's gotten smarter each time, harder to trace. Wait till you see this. Michael opened his briefcase. Security footage from your dad's office the night before. You know, she's copying files, removing documents. The original will was in his desk that night. Mr. Peters leaned forward. Your father showed it to me that morning, but when the police did their inventory, it had disappeared. I finished his sentence. My phone buzzed. Miss Rodriguez texting updates. 2 of Patricia's previous stepchildren came forward. Same story, different decades. Time to go nuclear. The foundation records are crucial, Michael pointed out. Shows pattern of targeting wealthy men. I've got forensic accountants reviewing everything. She's getting nervous. I showed them my latest text, offering to negotiate a settlement. Classic move, Mr. Peters scoffed. Trying to avoid discovery. Don't respond. The video statement alone is massive. Miss Rodriguez walked in, carrying more files. But combined with the foundation fraud, the forged will, the documented pattern. Think we can prove criminal intent? Beyond doubt. DA's office is very interested. Turns out they've been watching her for years, just couldn't get enough evidence. One more thing. Michael pulled out his phone. Your dad suspected something was wrong. Started recording their conversations. Got her admitting to taking the original will. Dad was always thorough. I smiled for the first time in weeks. Patricia has no idea how much trouble she's in. Miss Rodriguez gathered the files. Monday's hearing isn't just about the will anymore. It's about 20 years of fraud finally catching up with her. The courtroom fell silent as Patricia walked in, wearing her usual victim expression. Her confidence lasted exactly 10 minutes. Your Honor, we have evidence of a systematic pattern of fraud, Miss Rodriguez began, projecting Dad's video testimony onto the screen. Patricia's face turned ghost white. Her lawyer frantically whispered in her ear. "We need a brief recess," her attorney stammered. "Denied." The judge looked thoroughly annoyed. "Continue, counselor." Michael testified next about the company records. Multiple unauthorized attempts to transfer assets, all time-stamped before Mr. Chen's death. "She's trying to leave," Kevin whispered, watching Patricia fidget with her purse. "Let her try," Miss Rodriguez smirked. Federal agents are waiting outside. The evidence kept coming. Aunt Sarah presented the medical records. 3 of Patricia's previous stepchildren testified via video conference about identical schemes. "Your Honor," Patricia's lawyer stood up. "My client wishes to—" "I want to speak," Patricia suddenly shrieked. "This is all a misunderstanding. I loved him. Is that why you married 3 other men and pulled the same scam?" I couldn't help but interrupt. "Dad found out everything about you." The judge banged his gavel. "Order! Mrs. Chen, or should I say Mrs. Watson Hughes Blackwood, you'll have your chance to explain. To a grand jury." 2 hours later, it was over. The original will was reinstated, and Patricia was led away in handcuffs. 20 years, Miss Rodriguez announced at the celebration dinner. That's what the DA is pushing for, plus restitution to all families she scammed. Dad would have loved this. Kevin raised his glass. Justice served on a cold platter. About the house, I turned to my brother. I know Dad left it to me, but I was thinking. Already talking to contractors, Kevin grinned. Guest house in the back garden? Perfect for when I visit my big sister. The company shares are officially transferred back. Michael handed us the paperwork. Kevin, your father always said you'd make a great CEO someday. Speaking of careers, Maya nudged me. Remember that marketing director position you wanted? Got the call this morning, I smiled. Starts next month. Your dad kept a journal. Aunt Sarah pulled out a leather book. Found it in the safe deposit box. He wrote about both of you every day. Later that night, Kevin and I sat in Dad's office, now cleared of Patricia's presence. Think we should keep the house? Kevin asked. Dad built this place for family. I looked around at the memories. That's exactly what it's going to be. Thanksgiving at my place this year? Better make it Christmas too, he grinned. Maya mentioned something about a New Year's party. Already planning it, I laughed, feeling truly at home for the first time since Dad died. He'd want us to fill this place with happiness again. And no more stepmothers, Kevin declared firmly. Definitely no more stepmothers, I agreed, picking up Dad's photo. We did it, Dad. We did it. What would you have done if you discovered that Patricia was recording your father's private conversations during his final days, potentially trying to manipulate his words to use against his children later? Would you have immediately confronted her, or gathered evidence quietly like Leilani did? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever dealt with someone who tried to take advantage of a vulnerable family member? How did you handle it? If you enjoyed Leilani's journey to justice, hit that like button and subscribe to catch more compelling family drama stories. Your support helps us bring more real-life inspired content to this channel.